draws the double. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Well, a very good rate of rebounds and blocks and steals.
Yeah, he's an impact guy. I mean, he's doing those things already. And as he adds consistency, I think he can become one of the top defenders at the point guard position and can even defend twos at times as well, Kevin.
Now, here's Lillard. 15 points in the game. Matthews, left side. In low to Aldridge. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 2 on the clock. And the dunk by Lopez.
You know, he can be a little awkward with the ball sometimes when it's in his hands, but not that time.
Why do you think it is we don't see more of those out of him, Steve?
I don't know. I mean, he's certainly got the size. He just lacks the confidence, I think, sometimes near the basket.
Washington calls timeout.
Well, you know, starting last season, the NBA added a 3D camera system in every arena to track movements on the court, and some of the shots that those cameras get are remarkable. They can measure just about anything you can think of, and it's opening up a lot of different ways of measuring and dissecting the game. Another example of the overreaching arch of analytics.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Thomas Robinson, once the number 5 pick in 2012, but he's bounced around a bit in his young career. He said, I'm not going to play the victim. I'm a grown man. I didn't come into the league with the right mindset, but it's a good thing. It matured me as a person. It humbled me. I just have to play with emotion and make people know I'm on the court. Guys?
Yeah, with his hard-charging style of play, it makes sense. Thanks, Doris. And going back to the new camera system, it seems it won't be long before every team has one. Really a revolution as far as evaluating the game.
Well, we are in an information age. There's no question. Stats, numbers, camera angles. The teams are really trying everything to get an edge over their competition. And it makes perfect sense. The big question is, how do you use that information? I think that's what teams are trying to figure out. Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
That is good.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Clark. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
Leonard, he's checked in for Lopez. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Miller's checked in. Here's Nene. Shot to stop the drought.
Just the shot they wanted. Point-blank range.
And Lillard kicks to Aldridge. Right outside. Right, left side. Lillard dishes to right. Aldridge with a screen on Pierce. And it's right missing. Wizards trail by 21. Pierce kicks to Miller. Beyond the arc. No good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Here is Miller, following the score by Damian Lillard. Tries from 10, and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Miller's got his first bucket in this one.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 22. Leonard sets a screen for Lillard. Pass to Leonard. And stolen by Miller. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. McCollum comes in for Jarrell Wright. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Lillard. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Just 4 to shoot. McCollum, no good. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
They're doing a great job of not giving the ball away, and that's a big reason why they're winning.
Outside Wall. Pass to Porter. The three. Second chance shot. The shot misses. Good D by Lopez.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
Porter with the steal. Aldridge and Lopez are down low. Steve Blake is out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Matthews in the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I thought so too, Clark.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Trailblazers.
These long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
Well, it seemed slightly controversial when it was introduced a few seasons ago, but I think we can all agree now that the new flopping fines have been a big success. Flopping seems to have gone down across the board.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfectly.
And the call will be against Robin Lopez. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, I love the fact that he's fighting hard on the boards, but, you know, you got to be smart, too. Over the back, that's an easy call there.
Well, that's simply the result of poor position under the glass. But at least you can't fault him for being passive. He was trying to be aggressive there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Jarrell Wright's checked in for C.J. McCollum, and Lillard subbed in for Steve Blake. Now, here's Lillard after Gortat's miss. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Lillard.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now.
Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Boy, smooth and graceful. How about the hang time? That's impressive.
And stolen by Wright.
It's been their game. They've owned it and still wreaking a little havoc with their D.
And Lillard kicks to Matthews. Lillard attacking. Washington with the rebound. Wall's got his 5th rebound in this one. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
You heard talk last year of the NBA perhaps considering adding a 4-pointer as a shot. Something you only really see in celebrity games for charity. And it would certainly have had a huge impact if it was implemented, but I think that would be a reach, folks. Let's stay with the 3-pointer.
Looking to get back on track here.
He's been ice cold throughout the second half, really struggling to get a basket. He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
And that one's good.
They are killing them with that 3-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
Here's Temple. All with it. Matthews covering. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the pass to Wall. And it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go. And guys, to be clear, that 4-point line was really just something talked about, whispered about. No real traction as this is even a remote possibility. At one point, however, the same was said about the 3-point shot. And now it's a huge part of the game.
I don't buy it, though, Kevin. I just can't imagine a 4-point shot. It would seem to just destroy everything that had built up over the course of the game if you just allow a guy to shoot a half quarter for 4 points to win the game. I don't see this happening.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Well, I never got to compete in a dunk contest, but I've seen more than a few at All-Star Weekend. It's just amazing what players today can do in the air. And still, I think my favorite dunker of all time was Julius Erving. Watching him in transition was just a thing of beauty.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Lillard dishes to Lopez. And Matthews kicks to Lillard. Launches a three. The kick out to Wright. Outside Matthews. Inside. From downtown. And it's Wright missing. Clark, dunks are becoming increasingly more complex, whether they're in game or during events.
Well, the athleticism of the players is just off the charts over the last 2+ decades. So just about everybody, no matter what their size, when you look at NBA guys, can throw it down. And, you know, Steve mentioned his favorite dunker. Mine would have to be probably Dominique Wilkins. His two-handed, double clutch, sideways tilt throwdowns would have to be up there as well.
Well, they've been, you know, Michael Jordan, Vince Carter.
Oh yeah,
my gosh, you go on and on. There's some
sure could.
Acrobatic guys, high flyers for sure. And Leonard with the block.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for the Trailblazers.
But Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
Well, they've really taken control of the season series with this win. They'll be up 2-0 and only one more game between them.
And believe me, they'll be gunning for the sweep in that third meeting.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Damian Lillard. He was doing everything right, and the points seemed to come in bunches. He definitely had the hot hand.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Robinson a screen on Miller. Shot from the wing. Rebound by Butler.
Would have been lucky to knock that shot down.
Yeah, that kind of shot will definitely get you the high eyebrows from the coach and maybe get you a seat on the bench, too.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
For Portland, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Washington has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. It's Miller on the wing. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for the Wizards, Andre Miller, taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. No good on the second free throw. Here's McCollum. It's off. And